What is going on YouTube? Happy New Year to you all. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to find and flip a 90s R&B sample into a trap R&B beat. Something like Drake, Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown could all get on. So before we get into it, please subscribe if you are not already. And follow me on social media. Links will be in the description. And let's get into the video. So one major tip I've learned is pick a song from like an era you grew up in, because you will be more familiar with the songs and what sections are usable and what songs you could possibly use. So yeah, I'm just going to search up 90s R&B samples. And yeah, there'll be playlists come up here. You just click them, click the shuffle button and just keep listening. Some other ways you can find really good samples is looking through like Spotify or Apple Music playlists for like the same genre you are looking for.
When I use loops, it's important that they sound like me.
Okay, I like this one called Friend of Mine by Kelly Price. So since my YouTube is like acting up ridiculously, I'm just going to download this now. Okay, so I've dragged the sample into FL here. So a good thing about a lot of 90s songs is that they were recorded on computers now, so they should be perfectly on time, like regardless, as opposed to like 70s or 80s songs where it was all done to tape. So it can just make it a lot easier to chop up. So what I'm going to do now is listen to the whole song and just chop bits out. So I kind of like these bits. I always really keep the intro just to lead into the main track. I have a part in the chorus and a part in the verse. So real quick, the first thing that I'm going to do is put these on time. And as you can see, they're not far off time at all. So as you can see, these are on time now. I'll pitch them up 100 so I don't get copyright striked. And then you will just be able to hear that they are on beat with the metronome. So you can see it is on the right tempo. So what I'm going to do right now is send all these to the same mixer track just to EQ out the bass and stuff. So make a cut here. So yeah, to get it on the right tempo, you can literally search the song BPM and it should fit. And look, the beat is hitting on every one. So I'm going to render all these out separately, which if you haven't seen my Kanye West tutorial, go check that one out. It just allows me better control of each slice. So yeah, come to the master after highlighting that, Alt R. For these type of beats, I probably wouldn't chop it up. It's kind of unnecessary to chop it up. I feel like the 90s R&B samples were done in a way that they're fresh to use. Like, so what I would do is put this onto stretch mode. I'd speed up the BPM, up the pitch, like I said, maybe like 300 semitones. So now you have this. What you want to do is low pass it in some sort of way. So I'm going to use one knob filter stereo from Waves. You can use Fruity Love filter and any other kind of low pass filter you want for that. Just like that. So what I do maybe is keep this for the chorus, so you can probably tell what they're saying, and then duplicate this into another one here. Send this to a separate mixer track and just low pass it a little more. Like that. So first things first, put a soft clipper on the masters to stop the kicks and 808 and stuff from clipping, and one EQ and boost up the highs a touch just to make the mix a little more crispy. I'm going to go into my drum collection now and just start with the snare. Go for the rolling snare. So it's laid with the Holy snare for a little more high end. Let's get the kick next. Let's get the OZ kick. Something like that, kind of busy kick pattern, but it fits with it. So with the 808, what I tried to do is keep it balanced with like the velocity changes, just to really keep it interesting, you know, and really like add to the emphasis of like the bounce in the drums. Go for the pie hi-hat. Start going crazy with the pattern. Start going crazy with the pattern. It's pretty balanced. This is going to be more of like an accented hi-hat, and I'm going to have a different one for just the, you know, going to grab the Brooklyn one, pull up the out, and pull up the shift, and just fill in the two-step. So the shift is going to like sort of put it off beat, but you kind of want that with these like R&B tracks. So for the bass for these beats, I would have a sub bass and an 808 just to alternate the bounce. So the sub bass, you want something like very low end. You can get it out of a one-shot kit. I'm going to get mine out of Omnisphere. I'm going to go for the Growler Moog. So the next thing you need to do is find the key of the sample. So I would just whip up an FL Keys, take out the drums, and just play around with the notes until you find them fitting with the sample. So now what I would do is just cut and paste this to the bass and just check it sounds okay. So now we have the root notes. What I'm going to do is grab an 808. Then maybe do some slides here. So add some open hats in here. Mexico and glue, my two favorites. Duplicate the Mexico over and the glue over like this. And then with this open hat, I'm going to put a gate on it like this. So that when I play it, and it'll stop straight away like that. Maybe do some rolls or something. Just copy this, paste this over. Something like that's pretty cool. Paste that over. Alt R for the velocities, just to add a bit of differentiation and just drop them a little. They're a little loud for me. Add some perks. Gonna grab this clav perk. It's a real R&B perk. Like, it's perfect. Add the mini rim. So the last thing I'm going to try and find is like a perk loop of some kind. Just adds another like layer to it, some more textures. So what I'm going to do is mix all these drums right now. But now I'm going to arrange the track. So the layout for the track, it looks kind of complex, but it's literally just drums layered. So we have the intro, which is just this. The sub bass in. And the bass comes in. Then before it drops back into it, I took most of the drums out and I just have this little like fill here, which I had to make myself because I could not find any. Back into the chorus, little break before the verse, chorus, second half of the chorus I just took out the hats and they come back in. And then for the outro, I will just grab the sample here for 2 bars, grab most of the drums like this, come here and highlight this section, go to the master, put on a halftime, and create automation clip. So then the halftime just comes on for this last little section here. Then highlight the outro here, right click here, create automation clip. Then we can just duck this down, which will just signal the volume fading out of the track. So that is how I would go about flipping a 90s sampled R&B beat. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you are new. Let me know what videos you would like to see from me in the future. Follow me on social media. The links will be in the description, and I'll catch you in the next video.